Hey guys, back with another one. Woo, child. This is crazy. This is why I feel that Ronnie's talking about this again. It really bad for him because he was telling two different versions of the story, but none of them will impact Chrisean. Well, we don't know. Says while I've been heard about this, just didn't know the whole story. Hey, Wendelina. What's good? Make sure y'all smash that like button on your way in. I'm going to read this post while I wait so that the replay gang, they are not kept waiting after this live is over. I will be doing a 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time live as well. So allegedly, the man that was unalived by Ronnie, let Ronnie tell it, he unalived this man I think in 2019, I want to say. I'm not too sure of the date. But he unalived this man over allegedly Chrisean Rock, according to Ronnie. And there were three of them. Another dude, two dudes, Ronnie included, and another dude, and Chrisean Rock, the female. And allegedly they he says that the guy attacked his boy first by shank point, and then he had got out of the way. They were in back of him, Ronnie. He threw his clothes at the guy, ran down the stairs, went and got the pume. When he came back, Chrisean Rock allegedly and the man was tussling with the shank. So I guess the man was trying to shank up Chrisean Rock. Now, we got to use, you know what I'm saying, our words that are not going to ruffle the algorithm's feathers. So if you don't know what a shank is, I don't know what to tell you. But that's another word for something I can't use. It's a weapon. But anyways, Ronnie remained saying that he did the unaliving because of Chrisean. This girl appears on Tasha K's post on IG, 𝗡𝗘𝗫𝗧, whatever how you pronounce her name, people with these names. And she says, my father was anything but a demon. You gonna stop playing on his name. The real demons in this story are the two individuals who choose to lie, sign a plea deal, and became informants. I'm all you know what? I just got a brain freeze. Confidential informants for the federal authorities. I'm sitting there, I'm looking down at Wendelina, her coming into the chat, and I'm like got a brain freeze. For the federal authorities, it says, ask that individual why the case was sealed. What led them to pick that specific area? These two are experts at portraying themselves as victims. Inquire where his partner called. No, inquire why his partner called my family using her boyfriend's phone. She seemed to take pleasure in taunting us. Admitted that she lied while laughing, something we were already aware of. She had plenty to say about him. It's time it's time to reveal who truly took my father's my father's life. So if Ronnie said that he took the man's life and it was over Chrisean Rock, why is she saying it's time to reveal who truly took my father's life? That is things that make you go, Hey, Wendelina, make sure y'all hit that like button. Now, she put this up early this morning. Now, she probably been waiting in the bushes for something to pop off, for her to say something and to let people know I'm watching I guess the alleged daughter of the person who got unalived by Ronnie. It sounds to me like, they were young, just my opinion. That is past tense. Chrisean Rock is not living in that light right now, but it sounds to me like a stick up. Just by her saying, what is it? What part did she say? It says, what led them to pick that Pacific area? When she said that part, I'm saying what do you mean what led them to pick that Pacific area? Sometime when you're young, you can have some cowboy and Indian stories that you could take to your grave. That you did that was stupid. Stuff that you would obviously not do in your real life as you progress. However, some people, like Chrisean and Ronnie, they could have been strapped for cash. Who knows? It could have been a stick up. Stick up went wrong, and Ronnie had to unalive this man. But it sounds like the daughter is trying to end this post. I'm only going by this post. This is my receipts. Remember this. This is how I get my receipts from the horse's mouth, all parties, and what all parties are saying. The only party that we're not going to get their side to it is Chrisean Rock, because she's not speaking about anything. So there's three sides to the story, and we got Ronnie's side now of the alleged daughter of the person who got unalived. Chrisean Rock is nowhere to be found. So it's three sides of the story. It's your side, my side, and the truth. So we're just gonna have to, sit back and figure this out, or we're gonna time always reveals, what's really going on, who's who in the zoo. But what really shocked me is how shocked people were that this girl emerged from under a rock, and she pretty much put it out there. She put this post again on TesHki's IG page. And then I went to go look for it, and I may have been rushing because by coincidence, I had went to the post that I saw Ronnie and TesHki, a screenshot of them having the interview. And there's a couple of them up there. And I happened to go to the right one. So another blogger on IG had this same post. But I wanted to do my own due diligence and make sure that the post was where the person had got it from. The first blogger early this morning. Because sometimes people can plant seeds and they start storylines to see who's going to feed into it and report on it. And I'm not trying to mess up my credibility. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I took it upon myself to do my own due diligence. I went over to TesHki's page. Now she has 4 posts that are identical of the interview, and I just happened to click on that specific post, and she had a lot of comments in the comment section. So I hit that little plus, the plus little black and white button, and then it'll load up more comments. And I did it a couple of times, and she popped up the exact same post that the blogger. It's a hate page. And I follow that hate page because, like I said, you can learn a lot from a hate page because they're gonna dig up stuff all the time to try to debunk us because they want to see Chrisean Rock do bad. They want to see her fall and burn, and that's crazy. I'm very shocked. What is her motive at this point? And Ronnie can't be trusted. But you know what, though? Let me just say this to you. There was a YouTuber, channel holder, I should say, and she was going in on Chrisean Rock. Now, all of a sudden, she's like, she's a Chrisean Rock support system. I'm glad that she, is showing that she is made amends with whatever caused her to want to drag Chrisean Rock and call us rocktards and call Chrisean Rock a rocktard. I'm glad she made amends and she's not talking negatively on Chrisean Rock. But she was talking about this unaliving, and you guys sometime, not talking about you, Wendelina, or Queen Grandma. Hi, Queen Grandma. But I'm saying people that watch my content would come over and tell me that, you know, that person was talking, and then other people were talking about the unaliving. And she was pulling up old and being unalived. And she got into the story. And a lot of times in these interviews, the interviewers were looking at it like she was crazy. Like, are you really saying that somebody literally lost their life? And she would just be rolling up a blunt and talking about what Ronnie was talking about on the Tesehki interview. So it's not allegedly that the man is not here today. He's 6 feet under. However, I'm not understanding why this girl is saying it's time to reveal who truly took my father's life, because Ronnie is the one that went to jail for it. But people take the rap for others all the time. So by her saying that, she's opening up a can of worms. I'm quite sure she's been in the bushes long enough. And I'm quite sure she knows that there's gonna be a mass majority of haters of Chrisean Rock that's gonna chime in on that statement. And they're gonna say, I knew it was Chrisean Rock that did that to that man. And Ronnie took the weight for it because he was in love with her and he was young. And that's why I'm saying the girl probably never got closure. A lot of people never get closure when they lose their loved ones. But she may know that Ronnie unalived her father, but because she wants some sort of closure, even though nothing can be done to neither one of them because the case is over with, an agreement was made, he served out the time that he owed to, you know, to that state, to the, you know, the criminal justice system, and they can't reopen that. But I'm quite sure the daughter knows that. So when a person's being petty, they're hurt. They don't. They're a fatherless child now because somebody decided to take their father's life. She can say, "Listen, everybody else is dragging Chrisean Rock. Why won't they believe me?" Because Chrisean Rock has already openly said that the man was unalived, and it was when she was with Ronnie. And the girl can easily say it wasn't Ronnie that did it. It was Chrisean. She could be just lying saying that so that she could make the rest of Chrisean Rock's life not a good one. Because hurt people hurt people. She's hurt right now. I'm quite sure she's been hurt for quite some time after whatever happened to her father. Obviously, he pumed them with the pume. But it's just a really sad situation. That's why I said I pick and up here and talk about these topics. Can y'all hear me? Put a Y in the chat, please. Put a Y in the chat. It says, yes, you can learn from the haters. Hey, Queen Grandma. Hey, Nikki Love. How are you, sweetie? So is it true she can't try this case twice? Well, allegedly, from what I heard from the post, and I don't even know who this person is. It could be just a troll. Okay, thank you, Nikki Love. Thank you, Wendelina. I don't even know if it's true. It could be something. It could be like a blogger or a vlogger. A vlogger is like people that do YouTube videos. A blogger is someone who does primarily like posts, like on Instagram. Okay, so that you don't get confused with what I'm saying. It could be a blogger or a vlogger. Oh my God, this Spanish lady that lives next door to me, she is cooking. And she cooks like every day. Even in the morning time, she cooks. And she makes like one of those Dominican type of breakfasts. She has to be. It doesn't taste like just breakfast, like a regular eggs and cheese with home fries. Well, you probably could smell home fries, with onions, green peppers, whatever. But no, she's cooking her stuff at least Dominican style breakfast. And I'm telling you, I'm on day 3 of my juice fast, aka juice cleanse, and hunty, my nose is smelling the aroma and it smells so good. I want to go over there and say, "Boo, let me get a taste of what you got going on." But you know what? It gets greater later because my birthday is December 16th, and I'm not breaking my juice cleanse until the 16th. It says Chrisean should come out at this point and speak about all this mess. I said the same thing, Queen Grandma. I said the same thing. I might even pull up that video where I said what you just said. I'm on the same page as you, Queen Grandma. She needs to, but like I said, it's up to her. She right now, she's doing her, trying to heal, and I sometimes pedaling backwards would be to get up here on a drama platform and explain some drama, and it could trigger her in the wrong direction. So I don't know if that's a good idea, though. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, but what you're saying is, I said the same thing. She might have to get up here and clear some things up, so people ain't got nothing to talk about when it comes to certain things, because these are some harsh allegations. These are some harsh allegations. It says, y'all, please. Yeah, make sure y'all hit that like button. Thank you so much, Nikki Love, for reminding. But yeah, that situation. And then another thing I was noticing today too, which is really aggy. It's like, I was looking at a video of Chrisean holding her baby, and she had underwears on, and it's like, why? I mean, I was about to say the channel holder. They took it from the channel holder's clip on their one of their videos. And I'm like, why, why do people put that stuff up so that all you're doing is giving the haters something to talk about that girl? They're gonna say how, because I even got on her. I mean, from a distance, not like I don't know in real life, as far as talking to her over the phone or nothing. But I was like, we can't do this. I hope you're in the bushes. You cannot get up on live doing a mukbang and you got a bra on. And she did it a couple of times and it got underneath my skin, not because I'm trying to live Chrisean Rock's life, but I don't want people attacking her, saying, see, she hasn't changed, because she doesn't need that. But they're sitting there literally showing a clip of her in her underwears holding Junior in his diaper. It's like all you doing is giving somebody something to talk about. Hello, Robin. How are you, sweetie? Letitia, how are you? I need to put on my reading. Matter of fact, let me put them on now because everything look blurry right now. And it should not. It just started looking all blurry. I guess sometime when you start a cleanse, sometime when toxins are coming out, purging out of everywhere, they purge out your eyes too, make your vision all messed up. But that's part of the process. But it's really unfortunate that this had to be brought back up. But I'm not really surprised, to be honest with you guys. I'm honestly not surprised at all. And the reason why I'm not surprised is because, like I said, there was one particular channel holder, and she was on this topic of the man. She even brought up pictures of the building that actually happened, and was acting like Inspector Gadget. Like, it just was crazy. It says, yes, that is so true, because that's what happened to Chrisean Rock. Right. I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, we haven't really heard too much from Chrisean Rock. I think Chrisean Rock's laying low. Chrisean Rock knows herself. And I believe that she feels like if I don't tread lightly, I'm gonna cuss somebody out. So Chrisean Rock is doing the right thing by keeping her mouth closed, staying off of social media. Her family's already making a mockery up here, you know. So she don't need to be up here right now while everything's still fresh. She just got out of jail a couple of months ago and be addressing too much of anything, to be honest with you. She just needs to do what she's been doing, and that's fall back. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. It's a real unfortunate situation, but it is what it is. These are things and mistakes that Chrisean Rock. Sometimes you got to go through the process. You know what I'm saying? You got to go through the process. So hey, it's a journey. Just like, all right, she's on a spiritual journey, Chrisean Rock. Some people might, not me, but some people might be on a weight loss journey. It's your journey. Nobody can tell you how to do your journey. You know what I'm saying? You just got to let her do it the way she is going to do it. Now, I don't allegedly this case, from what I'm hearing from this post from this girl who said that was her father that was unalived, and she's trying to make it seem like it was Chrisean Rock that did it. Because I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna keep saying why I keep saying it's like she's insinuating Chrisean Rock unalived this man. Because that last sentence, it's time to reveal who truly took my father's life. So there was only 3 of them. And the dude that was with him was a straight sucker. Because he should have handled him so it didn't even get to the point where it got to, where anybody had to unalive this man. He ran to Chrisean and Ronnie to say that he had him at shank point. You know what I'm saying? He had him at, I'll say it one time, knife point. And Ronnie was the one that went and got the pume in the car and came back, and then he was tussling with Chrisean Rock allegedly with the shank. But it was the dude up there with Chrisean, so why didn't he help? It would have been 2-on-1. I don't understand how Chrisean Rock had to fend for herself, and the second dude that was with them didn't help her. It could have went a different way. It's very questionable. Alberta, how do you know what she needs? It says Rock has always been live with her shirt off and stuff like that. I'm glad she's ignoring all of it. I am too. They're going to drag her regardless. Right. What's happening? Hey, Lady Luck. How you doing, sweetie? Make sure y'all hit that like button. Them likes look like they're on a diet. Hit the like button. I will be going live tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But I'm doing an early live now with you guys because I know you guys wanted to ask me some questions and you wanted to hear what my answer was. So I'm here answering all the questions that I can answer. And I'm doing what I can do. But like I said, it's just not a good look. All this mess going on it's never ending. But hold on one second. Yeah. So I don't really know what's gonna become of that. I'm trying to look right now to see if oh God, this boy, let's go to his channel. Hold up here. Why didn't okay, let me see if I can do it now. Cause he's trying to really profit. And he need to go sit his behind down somewhere. Let's look it up now. Boy need his butt whooped. Let me make sure I got the right, hold up. The right spelling on this. He may have put it in his bio, actually. Let me see, Ronnie. Hold on. Oh, Young, oh, with a U. Okay. So let's see what this clown ends up putting up on his channel here. Because that's what it's all about anyways. I'm probably spelling this all wrong. I don't know why he didn't put, if he was so bright, why he didn't. He don't even got the link in his we should crank call him. I see his number. Let me stop. Yeah, this is definitely his YouTube channel, and I got the right spelling. So hold on, let me share page. Share screen. Because he's trying to let people know he got a YouTube channel. Yeah, it's Y-U-N-G. Do I got that right? Y-U-N-G. Maybe I have to capitalize the Y. Y-U-N-G. Oh, I got 2 O's. I got Rooney. Ooh, Lord. And I got my reading glasses on. Ooh, cha. Oh, here he is right here. Boy, you ain't even got no videos up. He only got this one video up when he
like on the serious What the fuck is y'all hiding? Okay. Like, be for real. Just let a nigga know. All I'm
okay, we gonna stop sharing you. Yeah, we gotta stop sharing you. Your mouth is potty mouth. Potty mouth. Hey, Miss Teddy. How much did Ronnie do? How much did Ronnie do? It says the circus goes on. Exactly. Ronnie seems like he is not going to stop until he gets some type of what, money? Revenge. But why does, I don't get it. What revenge from what? What did Chrisean Rock do to him? I'm not understanding that. What revenge? You know, this is like a smear campaign on Chrisean Rock, but what does she do to everybody? I'm not understanding it. How can somebody so quiet, minding her own business, got so much smoke and beef with people? She got more beef with people she don't even know she got beef with. That's crazy. Says he seems like he's still in love with her. He does seem like he's still in love with her, but he needs to get over it because she's loving somebody else, and it's definitely not him. So he needs to get over that quickly. He really does. Chrisean don't want him, and why would she want him after all of what he did? You know what I'm saying? On this clout chasing. I know I wouldn't want him. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. He knows that little baby ain't his baby. And if it was to be his baby, what you gonna do? Take care of him and try to get back into a relationship with Chrisean Rock? Boy, bye. Boy, bye. You done burnt all your bridges. What is he saying here? Let's listen to what he has to say now. Matter of fact, let me put this on. Let me see how much of it was he talking. Okay.
Let y'all know
God is good all the time. God is the greatest. I'm thankful for all things within my understanding and beyond it. And I pray that you
He put this up an hour ago. He's driving somewhere.
find the peace that will release you from all of your troubles.
Tasha K told me I'm handsome and I smell good.
Fart Blue's mom.
Y'all hoes can't tell me nothing. Oh, so you must got a crush
Fart
on
Blue's mom. Has she ever tried to fight your mom?
Nah, she know better than to do that.
How did she feel about you dating Chrisean?
I would say a lot of people around me from day one tried to.
I'm gonna leave that alone.
Yeah, I do.
So can you deliver me the messages?
So we can see. It's gonna take me a little bit of digging, but I
can't. Wait a minute, hold up. Wait a minute, hold up. Is he on Ratchet TVs? Hold up here, Reels. Let me see something.
All I see is Chrisean.
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Shout out to Denied. Hold on 1 second, guys. I'm sorry. Y'all know I got a bad habit. It should be showing it to you now, but hold on. Stop sharing this. And we're gonna. So listen, I'm gonna give a shout out to Ratchet TV. Shout out to Ratchet TV. I want to say it at the beginning of the video. I will also put his link in the top of the description box so we can hear what he got to say, because I didn't even see this. Put a Y in the chat if y'all saw this. Hold on. Well, let me pull it up first. Duh. Put a Y in the chat if y'all saw this interview here. Y'all got to see it now. Y'all should see it now. Oops. Got to start from the beginning. Oh, I know why you can't see it. I'm sorry. Ooh, child, I be acting like it's my first time on here. Here you go. Y'all should be able to see it now. So tell me if y'all seen this interview. This is new news to me. Matter of fact, let me see when it was. It was yesterday. Put a Y in the chat if you saw this interview before we started. Shout out. I want to say it as loud as I can. Shout out to Ratchet TV. Come to light. It says BS. Yeah, last night. Y'all be all over the place. Y'all be more places than me. We can't see, but we can hear. You can, no, I know you can see, but I got it on pause. I haven't played it yet, Wendelina. I just want to make sure, did y'all see this last night? Yeah, you're going to hear it right now. I just wanted to know who heard it and who didn't. Okay, so that's all I wanted to know. I'm not going to keep you at expense.
Yeah, what's up? What's good? Is the knot and running? What's up, man? What's up, Ronnie? How you doing?
Man? Pleasure to be with you, bro.
Absolutely, man. I know it was time for you to come over here to the GOAT to get the story out, man. We're gonna get into everything. You scared?
Nah, man, I'm ready. Let's do it.
He said,
all right, we're gonna do this thing, man.
The knot about to go in. Feel like Bogan. Oh.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Denied Show, where we cover ratchet-ish from all across the web. Y'all know everybody's interested in Chrisean Rock, the circus. A lot of people saw that Tasha K interview that Ronnie did, that explosive interview. And, you know, people got questions and concerns. I've been following the circus for a while. I'm going to be completely unbiased. A lot of you guys' questions, concerns about Junior, Ronnie's relationship with Chrisean, intentions, purposes, and so forth will be asked and answered in this video, okay?
All right.
Now, I know it's a whole circus that have their mind made up. because I'm unbiased, I'm going to talk to Ronnie and give Ronnie an opportunity to introduce himself to my audience on YouTube. Okay, Ronnie, welcome to the platform. How you feeling today?
Feeling good, man. It's a blessing to be here. Thank you for having me.
Background. Okay.
Absolutely. So let's just go ahead and get to the chase. Chrisean Rock. People are saying that you're clout chasing her. So let's start from the beginning. How did you meet Chrisean Rock?
So I'm from Anne Arundel County, Maryland, small part of Maryland. We were both going to a school called Arundel High School. You know, I knew of her in my junior year, but I didn't start speaking to her until my senior year. Long story short, we had homeroom together and we developed a bond.
Bad. So when you met Chrisean, do you think that maybe she was a little bit promiscuous already? Because I remember watching the Tasha K interview, you said Chrisean cheated on you with someone and you never brought it up or mentioned it.
So I didn't start seeing signs of her being promiscuous until later in the relationship. You know what I'm saying? It takes you a while to start to see every side of the person that you're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? So no, I didn't see him at first, but after a while, the signs were revealed to me.
All right, that's interesting. Now, everybody has seen this whole narrative of Chrisean talking about Tesehki forced her to play house and committed SA. Now, on one hand, I saw and heard something you said a long time ago saying that Chrisean complained about that when you guys first met. Is that true, or are these new allegations?
So I never heard Chrisean make any allegations to Tesehki, or as I know her, Latifah specifically, but I do know that there has been some behavior that I don't agree with in regards to her family.
So you say in regards to her family, we're not talking about her family, we're specifically talking about her. And I say that because Tristan, her nephew, said that his story and experience with Tifa is what Chrisean claimed to be hers. So some people...
Crazy you say that. I just had something come to mind. One thing about it that always stood out to me, I can't remember which sister told me, but they said something about like how they grandparents used to make them all go to sleep without their underwear on, like something weird of that nature. So I'm not really surprised of the things that's coming to surface. This has just been going on behind closed doors.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. And it's unfortunate. It is generation of curses. I just think that people really want to figure out if Chrisean said those specific allegations about Tifa before the fame. Because if not, it just pretty much looked like she just found something out of thin air to say about Tifa instead of just respecting her sister. And I just feel like there's a lot of jealousy going on. Do you feel like that, or do you really believe that Chrisean actually experienced some SA trauma? And if so, why didn't she tell you when you guys were together?
Exactly. So that's my main thing. Also, I never seen anybody speak of a traumatic incident with a smirk on their face. You know what I mean? Also, I know a lot about Tifa. I know a lot about Chrisean. I know a lot more than your average Joe in regards to why they don't like each other, but it's deeper than what you think. It's deep.
I mean, what could possibly be deeper than SA? Like that's, you know, it got me thinking Illuminati or something. What could be possibly deeper than SA?
Hey man,
exactly.
It's not my
place
to speak on that. You know what I'm saying? It's a time and place for everything, and this is not the
That's
time
why people are doing what they're doing.
I mean, I respect that.
Nobody's
maybe, you know, that'll come to light one day soon. But, you know, it sounds conspiratorial. There's also this conspiracy that Chrisean's father is a man named Sean Malone, a white man, and ironically,
that is highly incorrect. So Sean Malone, to my understanding, is the godfather of Chrisean, but it's kind of weird to me because Sean Malone didn't become a figure until Chrisean started finding herself in legal conflictions. You know what I'm saying? So by me saying that, I mean once Chrisean started having cases in different states, getting locked up, having a criminal record, that's when Sean Malone came to play. I don't know.
But see, Sean Malone is not a lawyer. He's just a local politician. And did you also know that Public Record lists Chrisean, Tifa, and I think another one as his actual biological kids? Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Yep, I actually saw it myself. And then I began to hear about stories of Charlotte. I don't know how true they are. Obviously, you can't authenticate it, but they were calling Charlotte a lot lizard in the transit area where she would go from the hood to the white neighborhood, and Chrisean belonged to the white man. And I was like, I don't believe that. I don't know what to believe. But then the math, because I remember Chrisean and Tesehki was on the news and something about the age. And I'm like,
can we get the likes up before we finish? Let's get the likes up and then we'll start this live. We got over 100 people in here, 107 people to be exact. And I've been on here almost an hour. I've been doing 2-hour lives, which is not like me. All I'm asking you to do is support the channel and hit the like button. So let's get these likes up, please. Thank you.
How could Arthur have went to prison for 11 years and met Chrisean when she was 7? That means that there's no way that that's his.
Thank you.
My imagination. Tesehki, I remember she mentioned something about them having a family meeting and everybody there got paid. So I don't know. Have you ever thought that deep into it, or is this something that you can absolutely dispel and say is not true?
So I have thought deep into it. As evident as it is, with all due respect to Mama Charlotte, Miss Tucker, the mother of Chrisean, Tifa, etc. She has, I don't mean any disrespect. She's had a troubled past and she hasn't been able to come to peace with it. So realistically, I can see, you know, in her older days, you know what I'm saying, her potentially meeting this guy and falling out with them and having those beautiful babies. I could see that happening due to the circumstances of her past. However, this is something that's completely new to me. I never met or knew of a Sean Malone until 2020, which was the year when I came home from the body that me and Chrisean ultimately got into the situation together. When I came home from that situation, that's when she started being more vocal and transparent about who Lisa and Sean was. Lisa is Sean's wife.
And so you don't think it was a coincidence for these people to have the same last name Malone, for Lisa to also cut Junior's umbilical cord, and that is just some random situation with Chrisean and some random guy in a whole nother jurisdiction, a mayor would be involved and have ties to McDonald's and so forth. So it was very interesting. And I know that's something that we would have to ask Chrisean and Charlotte, but you never really considered how come this child is this color and this one is this color, and Arthur Malone black as an ace of spade. And, you know, because if you really look at them, they do look a little bit biracial, but, you know.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, do not. It's just, it's kind of interesting now that I'm thinking about it, because I've been kind of not glorifying it, but I come from the trenches, you get what I'm saying? So I know a lot about the justice system. So I have been kind of curious in regards to how Chrisean's been able to slip in and out all of these cracks. But now that you're saying that Sean Malone is an actual politician and not a lawyer, that kind of makes a little bit more sense as to how she's been able to slip through all of these cracks. Because I told somebody this the other day, man, I'm like, there's no way this girl don't have either a judge or a politician in her back pocket. She has Oklahoma and Los Angeles. So between those 3 city states, whatever you want to call it, she's been slipping in and out of trouble in cases where she should be confined. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't put it past her, man. And the Malone family is deeply embedded in a lot of different things. So I honestly wouldn't even be surprised if that was her dad.
Wow, that's very interesting. All right, let's fast forward past high school to 2019. You and Chrisean in Los Angeles. Why did you both come to Los Angeles? Did you both have a dream and a goal to accomplish here as artists?
Yeah, so at the time, Chrisean wasn't really a musical artist. She was more so just like a social media personality model type of deal. You know what I'm saying? She had a lot of sponsorships like Fashion Nova, you know, things of that.
So Chrisean had all of these sponsorships in 2019 before she got to LA, or when?
So yes, Chrisean, I do know she had a consistent partnership with Fashion Nova because the mail would come to my house where I was staying at the time, and the guy that owns Fashion Nova would basically send a payment to Chrisean and have her post at a specific time and gave her like a discount code, you know what I'm saying? So that the followers that she has and gave her the post could go over to Fashion Nova and get a discount on some select items, you know what I'm saying? But
so how many followers did she have? Because it's hard to get a Fashion Nova deal. To me, it sounds like, again, Sean Malone, he's connected to corporations like McDonald's and Hollywood. He's connected. And how does she get these sponsorships? It's girls dying to get on baddies in order to get a Fashion Nova sponsorship. It's YouTubers that you know, Armand Wiggins just lost his Fashion Nova sponsorship. Yeah. It's hard to get those people to actually pay you when everybody like you probably want to wear it. So this is before Blueface, before Baddie. She had deals with Fashion Nova.
Yeah, when we were in high school, in my junior year, which was my 11th grade, she definitely was working with Fashion Nova for sure, because she would take pictures out front of the cafeteria in our school at the time. But I know in 12th grade, she had income and was able to have some stability from the Fashion Nova deals and the payment that she was getting from them. I'm not sure if she had any other.
She's always was doing a hustle.
That was paying her, but I do know, and I've personally seen with my eyes, that Fashion Nova was paying her to post pictures in the items that they sent her. But she had a following of about 180,000 back when we were in 11th grade. I know going into our senior year, she started to break that 200K mark.
Nice. So she was already social media famous before Blueface, before Baddies.
Right. And also, Chrisean,
I like that for her.
She was an athlete, you know what I'm saying? So she was popular, she was social, she was beautiful, and you know what I'm saying, she's physically active. So yeah, man.
I really like that for her.
And you're so in love with her, man.
I know when she was on the Ninja Warrior show, you guys were represented as being from Baltimore. So did you guys move out here already, or did you move out here after that show?
So we moved to LA after the show. After the show aired, we both decided that it would be best for us to be in Los Angeles or California in order to further our careers. So at the time, she had a lot of different brands,
and she got a big push too in Baltimore. When that show aired, she got an exclusive interview.
Yeah, she had an exclusive with Fox. You know what I'm saying? They followed her around the city. I was actually there for that interview. They came to Latifah's house. Me and Chrisean were actually staying with Latifah at the time. You know, they had sent somebody out with the camera. You know, they just got her story, talked to her, and you know, I even thought about that.
How did all of that happen? These girls just randomly just pluck. So it just feels like this has been a path destined for her to go on. And you know, don't you feel like, you know, she was born to be who she is? She was essentially groomed in some way, shape, or form to be this version of Chrisean?
Yes, I would definitely say I feel like she was definitely groomed into this life. For as long as she remembers, she knows she was a star, you know what I'm saying? And she has always been active in different ways. So you're onto it.
Awesome. So talk about 2019 at this point. She got the Fashion Nova brand.
Yeah.
She got crazy social media following. She already been on the news, which I think Sean Malone is the one who gave her that push on the news.
Yeah.
Now you and her is in Hollywood and y'all get in trouble. And suddenly you realize these are the people behind Chrisean pulling the strings. And that's when Sean Malone come into play, right?
Not specifically.
Actually, let me back up. Let me back up to slowly prove the point. So when you guys came to LA, as you said in Tasha K's the interview you did with her, you guys were at some type of place that looked like a brothel in downtown LA.
For sure, between 20th and Adams, for sure.
A brothel?
Between 20th, yeah, they do pick up a lot of girls and traffic at them, and then even in some of the big nice buildings, some of them are coming up unalive. I will tell you that about that area. So you guys ran into certain people. People on the internet have been saying that these people were mafia related and they got a bounty on you and Chrisean, and that it didn't go down the way. Can you just tell me why you felt justified to take a life to protect Chrisean?
This falls into everything we just started talking about earlier today, guys. Okay, and maybe he'll answer something that we haven't heard yet. We'll hear it right now, hopefully. Fingers crossed.
So I didn't feel justified to take a life to protect Chrisean. I felt justified to take a life to defend myself. Which
now
is the reason why I was acquitted from this murder.
Now for yourself.
I defended myself in the state of California. They had justifiable homicides and self-defense homicides. So in that case, I was defending myself, which is the reason why I am here.
He said it was behind Chrisean. Now we're saying
absolutely. And that was a scary time of your life. And would you say that was the beginning of the end of your relationship with Chrisean?
Right.
For sure.
All right. So you went to jail 8 months, got out. Chrisean, at what point in time did Chrisean meet Blueface? Because
he took a plea.
I'm assuming while this was happening,
then
she was out. Whack 100 told me that they found her walking downtown LA bare feet. So do you feel like some type of lifestyle you try to protect Chrisean from, she actually got into?
Big time liar.
Yeah, man. And it's honestly heartbreaking. The Chrisean I know is Chrisean. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all know Chrisean Rock. I don't have an idea who Rock is. Rock is a completely new character to me. I'm used to Chrisean Malone, which is a very vibrant young lady, a very physically active young lady, a very spiritually aware young lady, a very intellectual young lady, you know what I'm saying? Chrisean was always a social person, a popular person. She used to just run and compete because that's who she was, you know what I'm saying? She always had that competitive nature, which is kind of where her physical side of things comes into, you know, as far as her putting her hands on people. She's not really addressing her energy in the best way, but it's honestly interesting, you know, keeping up with the person that she is today, because it's a complete opposite of the person that I had when I was dating her.
Do you feel like when you were locked up, she was passed around and down to LA and just became this Hollywood girl?
So, I'm gonna keep it a buck. When I was locked up, my first week in LA County, she told me she went to No Cap house. You know who No Cap is?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I ain't gonna lie, it had hurt me because that's one of my favorite artists. You know what I'm saying? No Cap.
Yeah.
He's very talented. You know what I'm saying? So when she told me, she's like, yeah, I was chilling with No Cap. I was chilling with his brother. We at the stool, blah, blah, blah. I'm just like, damn, like, it ain't even been a week. You get what I'm saying?
Not so it wasn't a week since you were locked up, or a week since what?
It hasn't even been a week since me being in Men's Central Jail. Yeah, with me being locked up before her start jumping from jump to jump to jump. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, and Blueface also said that she slept with Offset. You believe that?
Yeah, I believe that. I got a little acquaintance that I talked to that's in Atlanta.
Oh,
they
stop
like
lying,
Midtown
boy.
area. They done called me on FaceTime a few times with Chrisean going up to the penthouse. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro. I wouldn't put it past her. I wouldn't put it past her.
The nigga that shot up that little event she was at, they say she slept with her, and that's why Petey don't fuck with her, because the nigga came in there with guns and shit, and she slept with the nigga.
Sitting up there.
Yeah, man. That dude, he had, to my understanding, he had pulled guns on Petey, and Petey was just trying to like be there for his sister, so that left a bad taste in his mouth, to my understanding.
And that was the last time they were together, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And you know the female Mookie, Chastity, how long have you known her since your duration of,
I've known Chastity since I was 16, 17. So this is the thing.
She ain't try to sleep with you. You can be real. You can be real.
I'm gonna keep it a buck, bro. I'm gonna keep it all the way funky with you, bro. Chastity is
easy.
For the streets. I'm gonna just leave it at that.
Chastity for the streets.
Chastity is for the streets. You hear me?
Oh no.
Does she even know who her baby daddy is? That's why she lied and said the nigga that got sprayed the baby daddy, so she won't have to worry about it.
Man, let me tell you this, bro. Chastity is so wicked, man. She couldn't even wait a year or 2 years after her boyfriend's passing for her to move on. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that family has a lot of bad energy, low vibrational energy, bro. It's to the point to where, though, like, back in the day, when Chrisean, because like I don't know if you caught it on my Tasha interview, I stated that I went to evening school. So I wouldn't have to go to school until 5 p.m. in the afternoon. So at the time, I'd go drop Chrisean off at school, and then Chastity would hit me, you know what I'm saying, trying to run around outside with me so we can run some errands, you know what I'm saying? So I'm from the county, so
I don't care for Chastity.
Out here where I'm at, when you say you from the county,
take her or leave her.
People that's from Baltimore City look at you like you're a nerd or like you're green. You get what I'm saying? They think just because you're not from the city that you're not equipped with the same, you know what I'm saying, tools as them. They think they the only ones that have been through the struggle. So long story short, man, first she was trying to like use me to drive.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing because China told me that Chastity fucked her neighbor's husband, and Chastity came back and her clothes was on the grill, get barbecue.
Man, I'm gonna tell you like this, bro. I ain't like that. Like I ain't gonna throw Chrisean under the bus. I don't fuck with Chastity.
Chrisean do that
too. Chastity.
He needs a gag on his mouth.
I ain't gonna.
But yeah, like we don't want to hear it, Ronnie. We don't need to hear it.
I'm gonna keep it.
Go ahead and tell it, bro.
I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna say that. 2 clowns
are better than one.
Sister, but Chastity had sex with one of her sister's current man.
I heard about that one. We all
for
heard
a bag
about
of.
Oh wow!
But wait, hold on. That's not how the story go. They tell us that Chastity was with a man, finna get married, and now Tesehki stole that man from her.
No, that man hit Chastity and quit Chastity because Chastity ain't nothing that you want to marry. Why would he marry Chastity in reference to Tifa?
But did he hit Chastity before Tifa?
Yes,
of course.
He hit Chastity first, and then Tifa doubled back on him.
Yeah.
And you know, when we see Baddies Midwest episode 1 and 2, when she was out there, I don't want to fight. She knew she had to fight by messing with Tesehki man, didn't it?
Come on, man.
And then she was. Did you see her try to grab your baby from Chrisean so that Tesehki can go fight her?
I ain't gonna hold you, gang.
Said your baby.
Mad. I was mad because I'm just like, bro.
That's a setup for you.
Junior got on baddies. You get what I'm saying? For one, he's only 14 months. For two, he around a bunch of drunk, delusional females that's trying to fight. Why do we have a 14-month-old child
said like that's his
on
baby.
baddies?
That part.
You know what I'm saying?
Ratchet
So also it left a bad taste in my mouth because y'all make it seem like
I ain't gonna lie, Ratchet
so tough,
TV's
Rock so
funny
gangster.
as hell.
Then why is Rock holding Junior in hopes of Tesehki not dogging her? The only reason Rock didn't get dogged was because she was holding Junior, and that's Tifa's nephew. Tifa
I know he's trying to get on
common
blast.
sense. She's not gonna beat her sister up and make her drop her nephew. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, she was gonna get instantly canceled if she
I
did
got
that.
you, like the moment I'm letting y'all know, y'all heard it first. The moment that Chrisean and Tifa is in the same room without Junior being her arm,
hey Stacy,
Tifa gonna dog walk Chrisean. I'm telling y'all, Tifa is going to dog walk y'all Rock. I hope all y'all Rock stars is in here and y'all hear that.
But they feel like Chrisean can beat up Tifa though.
Man, Tifa taught Chrisean.
Yeah.
That's like saying Karate Kid gonna beat up Mr. Miyagi.
That's crazy.
Come on now, you ain't beating the teacher. You're not beating the master. Come on now.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
What are you doing, so,
now we got that out of the way. Let's talk about after you got out of jail. You got out of jail. She was in a whole relationship with Blueface, and you went back to Baltimore.
Nah.
Right?
So when I got out of jail, we were still together. So
how long you was in jail?
I was in jail for 8 months.
You was in wait, nigga, you said you was in jail for 8 months. But then about 5 minutes ago, you said the first week you was in there, she called you and said she was at No Kappa house. You was still in a relationship with her after you went for a week and she was already getting busted down.
Yeah.
And you held it and you thought that she was with you, bro. You thought you was in a relationship with her.
Unbelievable.
What was it? Did she put money on your books? Did she answer the phone?
She came to every visit and she picked up every phone call, bro. That's the only reason why I kept her around. Like, I'm a real one. I already know when you go to jail, your lady gonna be getting hit. Like, that's just how it goes. But I was taught
for you, that's how it goes.
Answer that phone and she coming to them visits and she care about you to some extent. You get what I'm saying? So I gave her the benefit of the doubt for being there for me.
He got 8 months because he
you know what I'm saying? But to answer your question, I did 8 months. I got sentenced to 16 months with half due to the fact that I copped to a non-violent charge in the state of California. When you have a non-violent case, you do 50% of your time. So
right.
I got sentenced to 16 months with half. I do 8 months. I already had 4 months in the door when I went. You know what I'm saying? So once I went to court, they put my SP status at like a level 3. I went up Wasco State Prison for a couple months to do the rest of my time, and they sent me back down to Men's Central Jail, and I got released from there. I got an early
because he's thinking about what he's gonna say as a lie.
So when you get out, do you still stay here in California for an amount of time with her, or how did this transition between you and Blueface happen?
Yep, he took
I'm trying to
charge. All right, so you're trying to understand the transition from me to Blue. So I came home in March 2020, right?
Yeah.
Blue started airing his Blue Girls Club August 2020, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right.
So from March to July, when I first came home, I'm gonna keep it a buck, but I was locked for murder. If you know anything about the judicial system, you know that's one of the most expensive cases that there is. I had to kick that bag out. Me and my family lost a lot of finances behind this situation. You get what I'm saying? So when I came home, I was used to providing and, you know what I'm saying, being the provider.
Stop lying.
Whereas when I came home, I needed to reset. I needed a chance to get my feet back under me. So I wasn't able to provide for Chrisean, let alone.
Wow.
So I told her, like, hey, like, I still love you. I still want to be with you. However, I need a little bit of space so that I can get back on my feet. If I keep paying for 2 people every day, I'm not ever going to get ahead. So I had told her, like, I needed some space and some time to get back on my feet. Chrisean is a natural, clingy type of person due to her home nature.
Yeah, she has separation anxiety.
Yeah, so you know.
Even to Airbnb, she call them her house and stuff.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's just
my thing is again, it's just like since high school you've been letting niggas touch Chrisean. You don't scoop it up, you don't address it. You got out in March 2020. You had April, May, June, July. You had 5 months to prove that that's your chick, but Blueface stole it from you. How you let Blueface steal it from you?
Yes, you know that,
bro. So it wasn't necessarily the fact that you stole it from me, because who's the one that got her pregnant? Who's the one that she's coming back to Baltimore?
Oh, wait.
Why you trying to make it
now we cooking.
No, hold on.
Oh, you want to get there already? Okay, we can.
We can go there, gang. Hey.
You okay?
So what I'm asking
y'all hit the like, y'all. But go ahead, bro.
Like y'all tap in, man. So how did Blueface take my girl from me when she was bringing her hind pox back from LA
How you know
to
he's telling the truth,
to get some of this good finger licking stuff?
Question.
You get what I'm saying? Like, you gotta think, bro. Any female with common sense, why would she go from the rich baby daddy to the broke baby daddy? Because it's
let me ask you a question. So was she flying you out?
No.
What?
So she was spending that bread on you, is what you trying to say?
No.
What you mean? You said she flew to Baltimore just to see you.
You said
she flew you to LA. I heard you flew out to LA in hotel rooms and shit, hiding from Blueface.
No,
that's what I heard.
See, I be in the streets. I ain't never hiding. I be outside. You get what I'm saying? I never hiding. You feel me? I ain't too hard to find, bro.
All right, bro.
But no, we wasn't staying in hotel rooms because we had the apartment in Hollywood. You get what I'm saying? I had Blueface paying the rent to the apartment. You get what I'm saying? Hold on. He had her staying at the spot in Santa Clarita, right?
Yeah.
Nigga, I had him paying the rent to the apartment where I was staying in Hollywood. 555 Harold Lane. If you know, you know. Janet will tell you. Marsha tell you.
How was this possible?
So wait, how did you manage to get Blueface to pay your rent?
Because if I tell Chrisean to go do something, she gonna go do it.
Oh no.
So basically, you telling me Chrisean ain't never belonged to Blueface. She has always been yours, pretty much. And you the one who got the right to plant the seed in.
Oh my God, he's changing this whole dynamic.
Who y'all think that G-Wagon was on the way to? Hello.
Yep, fibbing all the time.
Yo, damn.
He said, where you think that
So let me ask you another question, bro. Did Chrisean, because I seen a video with her and Jaden snickling and giggling and putting allegations on Blueface.
You know he's lying.
Did Chrisean ever say something to you about Blueface being zesty?
Yeah, man. I heard a few times that Blue got a little bit of sugar in his tank, but I'm not into what other men do when they laying down. You get what I'm saying? So I ain't never really care about it. But she told me that he ripped her hair out.
Can you remove him?
Seen gay porn on his phone. Y'all remember when Chrisean had a patch of hair missing?
Immediately.
Yeah. And then she decided to cut it or something, right?
Remove this
and then she
person
decided
right
to cut
here.
it, shave the other side off. You get what I'm saying? To make it look, you get what I'm saying? So y'all do what y'all want with that info.
Bye.
That's
you
crazy.
Window lick now.
That's crazy.
Bye.
Anyways, not too much on that. Blueface, he got a girlfriend that can't heal. I guess he happy throwing up gang signs and shit.
Yeah.
You know. All right. So let's get to it.
Let's get to it. Guys.
So you claim that on January 20th, 2022, I believe, that you laid 2023. You laid down with Chrisean on Blueface's birthday.
So I was actually wrong, y'all. It was actually a day before his birthday.
Must be on
so
my second
we was laying together January 19th. Whose birthday? January 20th. I was a day off. I apologize.
So Blueface, I think he was in Miami, wasn't he? With Jaden?
Yeah.
And Chrisean, she flew to Miami that day too, right?
Yeah.
So were she was in Baltimore with you and then flew to Blueface on his birthday?
So no, she left. To my understanding, she was down in Florida with him, and she left him to come to Baltimore with me.
Y'all supposed to be removing him out of my chat.
Gotcha, on her birthday because he picked Jaden over her.
No, this was when Junior was born. So around September 1st to September 4th, 2023.
September 24th, 2023. Right. Okay. I'm trying to pinpoint the date, the last day that you, because you saying that's your baby. I mean, ain't no secrecy. We know what it take to make a baby. So when the last time, or when around what time exactly did you lay up with Chrisean? When, where, date, time, so we can kind of narrow it down to, you know, the 9 months and plus the conception time. I think that's what you call it.
Yeah, so what exactly are you asking me, boss?
I'm like, when the last time, since you think Junior is yours, can you give us we want details. We want details from the flight to who picked who up, to was it a hotel room? Was Charlotte there? Was your mama there? Do you have any witnesses? We want all that detail.
Y'all want me to make it a little spicy for you? Okay.
Yeah, make it a little spicy. You talking to the not?
You never got no
like,
receipts, bro.
You know, I don't even know why you was talking to them other niggas. You talking to Blue Nuts TV, Blue Balls TV. That's who you talking to, bro.
Nah,
Ain't that your friend?
I would never, bro. Never again. He dead in this water. But I'm sorry, bro. What did you ask me again?
Nah, bro, we want details. So was it in LA, Maryland? Where was it?
It was in Boston.
I thought he was getting up to go get some receipts, some photos, some audio or something, video or something. Boy, go sit down, Ronnie, you lame.
Baltimore, bro. It was out here in Baltimore. So she was out here during the
Make
time.
sure y'all hit the like button.
So I don't know if y'all been keeping up with the best friends. Her former best friend AJ, her name on Instagram is like AJ Ciarella or something like that.
The AJ lady that just told everything, you know.
Yeah, that AJ lady. So AJ had an apartment, a nice little luxury apartment downtown Baltimore, you know what I'm saying? So at the time, we would go to AJ's house and just stay there, you know what I'm saying? That was like our little safe spot. It was a little luxury apartment. We was both comfortable there. So it was one day around like December, it's like the last week of December 2022, prior to the new year. AJ had hit me. She like, hey bro, Shawnee at the airport. She wanted to come get her because I'm the one that drive. You know what I'm saying? So we slide to the airport, we get her, and we cool. We just normal for real. Like we just spent the time at AJ house, bro. Like I don't want to be like too intimate, you know what I'm saying? Because I like to save some things for my bedroom. You know
come on.
I know, but I mean, like, where's her birthmark?
On her butt.
Name is Corn.
On her butt.
Cornball.
Which cheek? The right cheek, left cheek?
Right cheek.
Right cheek. There you go, boy. With Chrisean Rock.
Right under the cuff.
Yeah. So I heard this story that, you know, you've been getting around and that you was trying to sleep with hot tea, hot piss, hot tea, hot chocolate.
What? You heard what?
Said that you such a clout chaser that you're trying to get in a relationship with her to maintain your platform.
Hey. First off,
I'm like, bro, I'm just asking you. No. Because if you hit something like that, nigga.
First off, I wouldn't even hit that on a bad day. That's not something that I would.
Hey, bitch, listen. That could be the last woman on earth. Humanity go this
on a drunk night. You hear what I'm saying? Like, I'm not messing with her. She goes, like, for one, she a fan for real. You get what I'm saying? So
you're not even
I'm not
famous
messing with
to
her,
have
bro.
fans.
I would never. Like, she disgusts me with how bad she eats Chrisean up. You get what I'm saying? Like, she rather make sure Chrisean straight than her own children, and that's just something I can't get with.
No, did you see her children?
Man, do you
what
know
they
that?
look like? They look like greasy Haitians.
Come on, stop talking
with no lotion on.
I was on the phone with Hershey Lope one day, right? That's hot tea, hot chocolate. Hershey Lope. I'm talking to Hershey
Hey, Houston
Lope,
hitter.
and she telling me that she just came back from the dentist. She just came back from getting her son teeth cleaned at the dentist.
See, this is why she said you want her. You talking to her about her kids, or like you gonna step up to the plate?
I'm a stand up individual. You get what I'm saying? Ronnie love the kids. Ronnie love the kids. You know what I mean? I love the kids. So She just got her son's teeth cleaned. Why did she give him two bottles of soda?
Thank you, Houston Hitter.
Damn.
Why is that
Two
your
bottles
business?
of soda. Come on, bro. You just took your son to get his
Why is
teeth
that your
cleaned and
business?
you plastering it with sugar.
So is that when you realized she wasn't the type of woman for you?
That defeats the, hey, you real slick, boy. You real slick, boy. Hey, maybe when she stopped calling me brokey on her page, I might let her tickle my pickle. But until then, hey, moving around, Hershey Low. Moving around.
Oh man, you fucking hilarious. All right, so we pinpointed around December, September. That's about right timing. And then we got to witness AJ. I would love to talk to her, so you can reach out to her and whatever and put her in touch with me. That would be great. If not, all else, I don't chase nobody.
Yeah.
My nigga, Ronnie said, I already know who you are. I've been watching you for a while. Have I ever reached out to you until just a couple of days ago? Have I ever reached out to you?
Nope.
See, I let the circus run wild, and when it's time to clean it up and make sense of everything, niggas know where to go and come. But okay. So Junior, your child.
Yeah.
She had the child in Baltimore on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Where were you and why weren't you at the hospital?
So if anybody's been keeping up with the story, do anybody remember last year when Chrisean posted a screenshot of conversation between me and her?
Get out.
Where she deleted everything that she said, making it seem like I was talking to myself. Do y'all remember that?
I don't, but it was around what time?
So around September, like the first week of September in 2023. So I had
people say they remember, so you got some people vouching for you, some people that I know here, so I believe you.
Yeah, so it was some people, as long as they can verify with you, they should know, bro. So
yeah, I believe you.
When Junior was born, I'm sorry, I'm having a brain fart.
I know, because you're lying.
Help me to not.
So when Junior was born, where were you?
I was in Baltimore. Chrisean was in Baltimore. L was in Baltimore. White Girl Buddha was in Baltimore. You know what I'm saying? A lot of Chrisean's friends was out here in Baltimore, and we were together. So I believe 𝗪𝗪𝗧 and Lil Baby was supposed to perform at like the Royal Farms Arena that weekend. You know what I'm saying? Chrisean was telling me that she wanted me to come out with her and, just see how everything is. You know what I'm saying? She wanted to show me a little bit of the taste of her life. You know what I'm saying? So I was willing to go with her. However, the day of the concert, her water broke. So,
oh boy,
I was around, and like you gotta think too. Like she showed the messages of us speaking around the time. You know what I'm saying? She just deleted the thread of her speaking with me to make it seem like I was engaging with myself. And anybody with common sense,
like you were crazy or some shit.
Well, he is
anybody
crazy.
with common sense knows I wasn't just.
And what date? That was like the top of September, right before she gave birth. Is what you're saying.
Because Junior was born September 3rd, so that had to be like September 2nd, September 1st, something like that.
Yeah. And basically, in those messages, what did those messages say that she deleted? And then on top of that, I think it's very important that we deal in receipts. Just because, did you screenshot the messages? Were they text messages, social media messages?
They were text messages.
So you have messages?
Yeah, I do.
So can you deliver me the messages so we can see?
It's gonna take me a little bit of digging, but
that's fine, bro. That's fine. I'm locked in. We locked in, bro. You guys actually follow Ronnie's channel. He's gonna be talking about entering fatherhood and transitioning. He's actually in the middle of establishing paternity for Chrisean Jr. He says it's his baby.
That's BS.
Every woman has the right to know who their baby father is, and every father has the right to know if a child belongs to him or not. Let's not do the double standard thing. At least he ain't going to Maury and doing all this other stuff. But if it goes that way, it probably go that way. He has the right to know.
Straight bum.
Just because he didn't give birth does not mean he don't have any parental rights. Now, some people like Ronnie lying. He know that ain't his baby. He clout chasing. Get him off of your platform tonight. You know, people are like that. And I keep trying to tell you, I ain't shit bigger than the content. So we want to find this out. I want to see you through. Are you willing to take on the responsibilities of Junior? I did, in fact, see the interview you gave with Tesehki. You said that you knew of certain complications that he may or may not have. What were you talking about? Because you never got specific.
I know that he's had a hernia at birth, and it's my understanding that he would need surgery along with some other procedures in order to start developing properly. I mean, so
well, I had a hernia when I was a little kid. I still have like a little scar right here.
Yeah, but this is the difference, though. Your parents got you the medical treatment that you needed so that you could be okay, right?
I mean, I got it cut. I don't even remember. I don't feel the pain. It has no bearing on my life. It's just a little teeny tiny scar. Look like a cat stretch that's been with me for my whole life. And when I asked my mother what was it, she said I had a hernia.
Yeah. So it's not something that will make or break your life. However,
you said that
Chrisean was told
Tesehki's interview.
Deal with it immediately, and she's been
now you trying to pedal back.
You know what I'm saying?
I think it's already taken care of.
Okay, is it?
I mean, have you ever met the baby?
Paying his rent. Is that?
He was.
When's the last time you seen him?
In person, last year in 2023, around the time when he was born. I've been.
And obviously that's the time when the hernia was there. I see him this past summer 3 or 4 times, sitting right next to me at a court. Everything. Had a weird cry. Let's be clear, but he didn't look like he was suffering or in pain from no hernia.
Okay.
I will say that, but I'm actually wanting to pinpoint the other allegations: 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗙 those things? And also, did you also know that Chastity went out into the streets and told people that Junior is blind and have all of these conditions? Did you know that?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
So do you believe he has any of those conditions?
I believe Junior is a good baby. I believe once he is placed into someone who's gonna give him unconditional love and
his mother
treat him like a human being and not a cash grab or an object, then we will start to see good development and real progression, not regression to regression. You know what I'm saying? The problem with we're having it with Junior is the fact that he's going from caregiver to caregiver to caregiver, and depending on the caregiver that he's with, he's taking care in different manners. You get what I'm saying? So that's the problem we're having. We gotta once he stops going from this person to this person to that person, we'll see him start to develop more. Because even him being in Terrain's possession, which is one of Chrisean's older sister, he was looking really good. He was looking good physically, mentally, and spiritually. You know what I'm saying? To the point that he was even starting to put his words together more. You know what I'm saying? He was saying hallelujah and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? So it was beautiful to see. But when you see him go from that back into his mother's possession, and then it seems like he's regressing, he can't really hold his head up. He doesn't really have a high level of cognitive function. I have been around people that had 2-month-old, 3-month-old babies, and Junior doesn't engage in the way that I've seen some children that are younger than him. You know what I'm saying? And that's the only discrepancy I have. I believe Junior, he's gonna be fine. You know what I'm saying? I believe he's a perfectly healthy kid. I just believe he needs to have unconditional love, and love that's not based off of money, likes, or views. Love that's based off of wanting him to have a fair chance as a human being, because that's what he is.
Amen to that. Amen. And again, you have the right to establish paternity, and I can't question that. Nobody can question that. But again, there's this opposing narrative saying you are a clout chaser. So even in your pursuit, you got to live with the fact that if this is your baby, you have to step up and be a man. And if not, then it looks a certain way. But I want to be on this journey with you, and figure out what's going on and how you're going to do this and pursue this. And I think it's a great message for young men that wants to be fathers.
Yes, I agree. And that's a part of the reason why I'm engaged in the way I am, because a lot of men from our backgrounds are not used to seeing a man fight for his equal right of being a father. You usually
hold on, give me 1 second. Hey, how you doing? Hey, that's Pie. Guess what, bitch?
You blocked for life.
So pussy ass up out my bushes. Ass up out of here. Don't nobody give a fuck about none of that. Ain't nothing bigger than the content.
All right, ain't nothing bigger than this, man. Come on.
Anyways, no, I'm serious. I see. But how you gonna step up and be a man if you establish paternity? How you gonna pay some bills? How you gonna take care of a whole child?
I mean, the same way
when you live with your mama. How you gonna do all that?
See, I got this Montclair on my head, man. See, I got this Montclair on my, you know what I'm saying?
But that don't mean that you could have got that from Tubi.
Yeah, you're right, but Tubi don't.
But what does what you wear got to do with you being?
It has to do with. So this is the difference of what you don't understand. Don't let what you see on Instagram let you forget who I really am. You do see that Chrisean
You're
Rock,
really a nobody.
Coming back, you get what I'm saying? And she got a rich baby daddy, a famous baby daddy.
When is the last time you talked to him?
That ain't none of your business.
But how she keep coming back though?
What I'm telling you,
he don't talk to no Blueface. Stop lying.
It ain't on me. This ain't that, bro.
So let me ask you this question, and I'm gonna keep it a big. You know, I'm asking everything people thinking and want to know. I'm denied. Are you like obsessed with Chrisean and want her back and using the baby as an excuse? Or are you really serious?
No, I don't want. So I'm gonna tell you this. After the paternity comes out, you won't never hear me speak of Chrisean or a Rock or a Blueface ever again. Once the paternity comes out, like, you gotta think, bro. This has been a headache for me. This has been a bad chapter in my life. Y'all looking at it like it's entertainment, but for me, this has been something that
you too, bro.
Been hindering me physically, socially, financially, like in so many different ways. You get what I'm saying? So once I resolve this and get an understanding of if this is my son or not, I'm gonna move past this shit. Like, what y'all don't understand is that I know Chrisean for real. I don't want to be attached to her. Why? Because she's crazy, bad shit, crazy. But on top of that, I already went to jail for her. I already provided.
I thought you said you.
Yeah, how do you feel for you and Blueface being in the jail and locked up behind?
He's saying it again. He already went to jail for her, but he just said that earlier. No, he did it for him. That's why he unalived the man. So which one is it? See, these are the receipts that I like to present. I like to hear from the horse's mouth somebody backpedal on something they just said 15 minutes ago, and now you switching the story up that quickly.
On her, and she keep getting away with her crimes.
I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, gang. I wanted to talk to Carlissa to, for one, address some of her concerns as a mother, but for two, to help her son not go down a path that I went down. You get what I'm saying? But she took whatever Chassie had to say to her and ran with it. So I'm like, forget it. I don't even really want to speak anymore. I was speaking from a place of vulnerability and a place of like transparency. But now I'm just like, it is what it is.
So, with that said, where are you in the paternity test? Have you petitioned the court?
Yeah, so I petitioned the court November 6th, 2024. I posted it on Instagram, but due to the fact that it has personal information, he went to a special school.
He got a special look on his face.
So
he looks real delayed.
They said that it takes 4 to 6 weeks after the application to serve the custodial parent or the non-custodial parent. So I gave.
But does she have an address to be served at?
So at the time, due to the fact that I had an embassy suite address.
How did you do
where
it?
she was staying in Oklahoma. So this was prior to her being sentenced to the 2 years probation and a 2-year suspended sentence. So now that it's known that she has a 2-year suspended sentence and a 2-year supervision of Department of Correction probation,
get it from them.
We'll be able to serve her through her probation agent.
Right. Has she left Oklahoma, or is she not allowed to?
I
don't think she's allowed to. She would have been left.
Yeah, I don't think she's left there. I think she's still out there. Yeah, she's still in Oklahoma. I think
she has established residency there. And if she wants to fly and leave,
she'll probably never go back to California.
That's what she's gonna have to do. She has to stay there. She's on their probation, and she's went absconding twice. Why would they transfer your probation and let you live this crazy party girl lifestyle? She has to stay in Oklahoma.
Or house arrest. But they gave her probation.
So yeah, it'll be easy to pinpoint her and get her there and figure it out. I think everybody wants to figure it out. Now, in the Tasha K interview, you initially stated that you wanted to do this because of the fans putting the idea in your head. So that's, I think, that's why people.
No, let me correct you on that. It wasn't the fact that the fans put the idea in my head.
Yes,
it was the fact that the fans corrected my opinion in regards to, I thought that they had a court-ordered paternity test on Zeus. I didn't know that it was an entertainment purpose test. And I also didn't know that you could go through a private DNA place to get the paternity established. You get what I'm saying? So it's a lot of funny business going on, and I didn't see them do that test. Like, Chrisean could have swabbed her own mouth for all you know. You get what I'm saying?
Right, exactly. So yeah, you have the right to know. Right. You know, outside of somebody doing something for entertainment. And then on top of that,
I just want a real test. That's live.
It was a different type of DNA test too, because Junior wasn't born. Exactly. Now you have the actual source that you can test. So in those tests from getting DNA inside are not always accurate, and they're quite expensive. And then on top of that, she was drinking and partying, like all what she was doing. They couldn't be sticking her with no needles and shit. Her body would have been fucked up.
Put a Y in the chat if you think that Ronnie's just looking for a come up. He don't care about being the father of that child.
So
I was surprised that, because she told me when she went to the hospital, they tested her for alcohol and drugs. I was surprised she had no weed or no liquor in her system at the time of her birth. I knew God was with her because it was no.
I mean, weed don't leave your system, so it was there. You mean the other stuff? I saw your homeboy come up there and say Chrisean was swallowing beans and shit.
Yeah, like she was eating pills, like she was doing a whole bunch of shit she should not have been doing while she was pregnant.
She said she didn't drink and she didn't do any of that while she was pregnant.
Man, I seen Chrisean chug Casamigos with her when she was about 7-8 months pregnant. I'm not hearing
Damn. 7-8 months pregnant, chugging Casamigos.
Like, but
and you saw this with your own eyes.
It's on the internet. Like,
yeah.
With my two pretty brown eyes.
Man, this has been crazy and explosive. I greatly appreciate you for being here. I absolutely do. Everybody, Ronnie's channel is in the description of this video. Click the link in the description, not the description, but the title. I also put it in the description. But the title of the video, his channel is tagged. Go like his video, subscribe to his channel. Now, what do you think about, like, you know, the people that keep harassing you, like Blue Balls TV and all of them? Like, you know, they're gonna have something to say about this interview.
Yeah,
and you're gonna need to defend yourself. So I don't know if you're already putting out content on your channel or whatever, but I definitely want to see you put out content about this process and paternity tests and so forth. And I need you to know these people are cyber stalkers and doxers. They need to stay attached to Chrisean, and right now you're one of the closest things to make them feel important and alive. Because you know they ain't even taking care of their ugly ass kids without worried about you. You know.
Come on with it, man.
Man, listen, I ain't even gonna lie to you. I clowned you and I was just like, you know what? There's a bigger message behind all of this. It don't even fucking matter if you're clout chasing or what. We want to see men step up and tell women that we got the right to decide too.
Yeah, man. At the end of the day, they bank on us as Black fathers not wanting to be in our children's life. So let's prove them wrong and show them that we can be a father and we can be a good father. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, man. I wish you the best in that fight for paternity. I don't even think it's going to be a fight. You have the right to petition it. But again, once paternity is established, are you ready to step up and know what it's like to be a father, young man?
For sure, man. It's in my blood. It ain't on me. It's in me. You get what I'm saying? My mother raised a good young man. So
did you grow up in a two-parent?
Females. Only got females around me. Ain't no men around me. I got all cousins and aunts. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm the last can. I'm the last male can to where though if I don't reproduce, my family name is finito. You get what I'm saying?
So that's why this is important.
This is important to me. You know what I'm saying? Because this could potentially be a way that my family's last name stays within the world. You get what I'm saying? So it means a lot to me.
That's deep. That's deep. Whew, man. Any is it okay if I'm gonna drop the link, so if anybody here wants to ask a question without like offending my guests, or ask a question or anything that I left off the table, because you know when to not do interview crumbs.
For sure.
We leave no crumbs. Make sure you guys like this video, subscribe to the channel if you're new here, and also click on the link in the title and subscribe to Ronnie's channel as well. Save Junior from this demon. A lot of people really, really believe you.
Save Junior, man.
What's up?
That's the goal, y'all. The goal is to save Junior. The goal is not to bash Chrisean, not to tarnish Chrisean, but to simply help Junior get the best care and best love that he deserves. You know what I'm saying? And we can do it together as a village. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, shut up.
And then somebody, Miss India Beauty said, y'all wish this nigga lying, but somebody needs to claim Junior and help him. Y'all motherfuckers are the same ones as Chrisean. Oh, hell. Hey, you rude as hell, yo. I need to vet these comments before I read them.
Hey, she right, though. They wish I was lying. And then, like, I honestly want to know something,
you're
though.
Lying.
They're not. I want to know, like, why do people make it seem like I'm wrong for trying to be there for Junior if Blue already said that he's not his father? And if he is publicly humiliating his kid. Why am I wrong?
Right. Man, that is so right. You know, then Blueface released that man thing. Ooh, that was crazy.
But Blueface, he's been embarrassing this child. He's been causing shame and guilt to this child from the day that this child was born. But I step in trying to get his child love, trying to get his child respect, and just do the right thing. And y'all make it seem like I'm clout chasing. Like at the end of the day, what y'all need to realize is we are not wrong as Black men for wanting to be a father. But if y'all don't understand it and don't like it, don't disregard it. You know what I'm saying? Just take notes and move accordingly, because this is not something that is done willingly in our community. You get what I'm saying? A lot of males run from responsibility that they create out here.
That's a fact, bro.
You know what I'm saying? So like let's also keep in mind, like, right, wrong, good, bad, ugly. Like, I'm showing y'all who I am as a person. I don't have to take a paternity test for a child when I'm not on a birth certificate. I'm doing this to show y'all that good, bad, right, wrong, no matter how you feel about the mother, a child still needs a father at the end of the day. And we are nothing without both of our parents. You get what I'm saying? Like, yeah, single mothers do what they do, but however, it takes two to tango.
That's deep, bro. That is so deep. Man, I thought I was gonna have to pack you up, boy.
Ronnie's in his mother's
man, I'm cool, man. I told you to not, man. Like I said, man, don't let the internet trick you, man. I might be one of your best, you know what I'm saying, best buddies on the content set. You know what I mean? I'm just
come over here, bro.
Yeah,
like
bro.
I said, man, I'd rather deal with the source.
I appreciate you and all of your supporters, bro. It's been a pleasure, and you know, blue balls and hot tea, Hershey squirts can go ahead and mind their business. You know what I'm saying? They can go ahead and kiss the biggin. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that way.
Period. Ronnie standing on business. And with that note, man, Ronnie, I appreciate you.
Much love. I appreciate y'all, man. Like I said, thank you again for having me, bro. And I look forward to speaking with you and your audience soon, man.
Absolutely. Text me your Cash App handle, and I'll put it in a pinned comment below. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for getting things into perspective. Now, I like dealing with the source. Shout out to you. Shout out to China. Shout out to, you know, people that have integrity and deal with the sources in the Chrisean Rock sector, whatever. Appreciate you, buddy.
I appreciate you too, man. God bless, and you know.
Oh yeah, and I'm gonna optimize your channel. I want your channel to rank #1 for Blue Rock TV.
For sure,
I want your channel to rank #1 for the keyword Blue Rock TV.
We ready to blow Blue Rock TV out the water, man. We ready to get it done.
See how we play, motherfuckers. See? You see what I'm saying? These niggas don't know who you dealing with.
They don't know.
Fuck out of here, nigga. Motherfucking dragon, nigga. Fucking.
Okay, now I'm done. I don't want to be hearing no more of that. He's doing too much cussing for me, and talking about people. They're both probably mad at whoever they talking about, and I don't want to hear all that. I ain't got time. It sound like two men sound like Chatty Patty, and she saying, he saying, I don't got time for it. Time to go now. You're doing too much. You're doing too much. I'm telling you, these men nowadays got like female tendencies. Man, they're worse than women. I don't like no chatty patties going back and forth talking about people and stuff like two little girls. This is that's when it's time for me to go. That is not no informative information. Me listening to you talking about other channel holders and bloggers. I don't want to. Guilty by association when you hang around that barbershop. For real. You said poor hustler. 𝗪𝗛𝗧 is Chrisean's hater. I know. But yet and still somebody showed me a screenshot today. 𝗪𝗛𝗧 was over on China's chat. Like they're friends. I thought they had a fallout. China's sneaky. You gotta watch her. She's sneaky. I could show you the screenshot now, but I'm not, because I don't want you to know who sent it to me. Because that, you know, that's like you guys would see who sent it to me, and I'm not trying to show that. But I'll edit it and show y'all tomorrow. But yes, China's back cool with 𝗪𝗛𝗧. She's, you know, China, you gotta watch her, man. She's treacherous. But if it was important to have Blues baby, I think she knew. Says that. Right, they act worse than women. Trying to tell you, man. You're right. I can't stand a man who gossips. I'm trying to tell you all that chatty patty stuff. That is a turnoff. If I had a man like that, I'd tell him to get missing. It would just be a turnoff. He definitely wouldn't be no laws. Well, he's Team China, but I thought they had a fallout, so maybe they made up. I don't know. But I know he wasn't Team Rock for they had let me be quiet. I was gonna say something. You said he stay on there. Folks be trying to tell McChani he wasn't no good, and she's not right. She's not listening. She's purposely, just because you're telling her to keep him off, she's doing the opposite. So let it get burnt. Because we already know what's gonna go down. And what happened to Band-Aid? That lady Band-Aid, her peanut gallery, the cheerleader. I haven't seen her up there with China lately. I think they had a fallout, but I haven't been in the bushes hearing China talking about Band-Aid. So I said, well, maybe Band-Aid got some, like, you know, personal things going on. It's crazy how people believe this mess, and he had the gun. Right. Right, whoever used the pum to unalive that person, they would have it on their hand. It's not something you could just wash off, right? You could wash your hands, but it still would have like still gunpowder residue, right? Mm-hmm. It's crazy, man. That's crazy. That was kind of surprising to me. Somebody sent me a screenshot today, so that's kind of funny. That other people are noticing that he's still cool with China. I thought they had a fallout, and I thought she was done with him. I don't know. Well, listen, I'm about to get up off here. I've been on here almost 2 hours. Make sure y'all hit the like button. I was going to do a 6 o'clock live, but it's almost 5 o'clock, and I ain't going back live in an hour. I did enough. Matter of fact, I think I did 2-hour live earlier today, too. What did I? Well, what did I do? Let me look at what I put up for today. Hold up. I'm tired. Let me look. What did I put up for today? Okay, I put a premiere video out. No, I put up one video. No, I would have had a second video live today at 6. That's what's mixing me up. And now at 6, and I would have probably stayed on for no more than an hour, but I can't. I got to get up off here. I'm tired, and I got to rest myself. I'm about to drink me some tea and honey, because I can drink that on my detox cleanse, and I'm going to just rest. So y'all stay blessed. I love y'all. Replay gang. Thank you, Latina. Thank you, Jen T, for the beautiful hearts. Oh, what happened here? Nessa Blue, go take a long break. I'm trying to tell you. That's what I'm about to do. The lies she tells, right? Queen Grandma, you rest up, be easy. Wendelina, have a blessed night. Love y'all. Stay blessed. I'm out. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Mwah.